After the challenges of the past year, there are some important points that small to medium enterprises may need to focus on to survive into the future. Helen Baker, financial advisor and founder of On Your Own 2 Feet, has some important tips which could help, and she joins us now. Thanks for joining us, Helen.
Morning, Janie.
Let's talk about these tips. Firstly, how important is it to build customers and client relationships?
Yeah, massively important. I think what we've seen through this COVID experience and going forward is there's some winners and some losers. And so there's opportunity out there. Have your competitors now disappeared, or are they struggling, and opportunities for you to take on new clients? So the question is actually, how much does it cost to acquire a new client versus the lifetime of that client, and ensuring that they're profitable going forward, as well as ensuring that the customers can always pay. We've certainly seen things where customers are not paying because they're down the chain where other people have let them down. So you really want to do your homework on those.
And what are some of the ways to focus on suppliers?
Yes. So I think what we've seen is the need to diversify and not put all your eggs in one basket. Also considering coming up, do you start to manufacture in Australia? I think there's a lot of pressure now to look at the effect of climate change and landfill. We've seen in the past a lot of quality where we've been turning over a lot of products for something that was only minor that doesn't work anymore, but the whole item has to go. So I think we'll start to see pressure where people are saying, hey, we're happy to pay a bit more for quality, because in the long term, we're actually spending less because it's lasting longer. And then we need to look as well about the transport costs and the efficient ways of receiving those goods and services and the reliability. Otherwise, we run the risk of losing our consumers as well.
Yeah, very interesting point. And looking after your staff, of course, is vital. What are some of the best ways to do this?
Yeah, that's another one that's massive, I think, in impacting your business, the relationship with your clients and everybody involved. But I think in this year, we've seen people just stay put in the last year because they're too frightened to go anywhere else. They just want to hold on to their job. But going forward, if things settle down, will they start to move? And so the big risk for a business is that they take all that intellectual property to a competitor. They might not be very happy. They could damage your brand. So it's about managing those risks versus really, is it worth the cost of recruiting versus just paying them a little more, or continuing that flexibility around hours and working from home to ensure that you secure your staff and get the best for everybody involved.
And remote working has certainly been huge during COVID. How much has this affected the location and businesses? And Helen, what advice do you have for owners?
Yes, so this is another opportunity, depending on where you're at, whether you're going to expand and bring in manufacturing or take on some of those elements, or go the other way where a lot of the staff are working from home. You don't need that big business premises anymore, and dial it down, or moving to something that's more suitable because there's a lot more opportunity out there. So, do you buy that in your self-managed super fund? Do you look at other ways, and what's the cost of breaking your lease? But this is usually a big expense in a business, so the opportunity to use this time to take advantage of things that are out there could work in your favour.
And finally, cash flow. We've seen JobKeeper, JobSeeker, record low interest rates. It's certainly a big one, not just about yourself, it's about business partners. Talk about cash flow.
Yeah, as we say, cash is king. So again, it's about that front end, ensuring that your clients pay. So do you need to actually get paid up front, or a partial payment up front? Do you offer early discounts to get that cash in? And then looking at your suppliers and how you manage paying them to try and leverage that out. I think interest rates is powerful. I used to say if you're paying more than 2%, you're probably paying too much. But we've seen rates out there even below 2%. So business and personal opportunities to refinance. And I think also grants. The government has been generous with offering extensions on certain items for write-offs and so on. So an opportunity to inject the kind of machinery or whatever it is that you need in your business, and use those grants, use those opportunities to bring on certain staff members because of those grants that might support you, help you to kick your business up another level.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And we can find more information on your website, onyourown2feet.com.au. We have a number of books, and congratulations on that. Helen Baker, we have to wrap it up there, but thank you for joining us, financial advisor and founder of On Your Own 2 Feet.
Thanks, Janie.